everyone, it's Jeb Hamburger from GoldStockTrades.com. It's August 12th, 2020, Wednesday after the market closes. We begin to hit this correction. We've had a huge run-up from the 50-day moving average, which back here at 150, we saw a major run to what we expect to hit over 2,000 an ounce this summer. And now we're beginning to see some profit taking. Major volume yesterday with the margin rate increases. Stock market S&P 500 is hitting new highs. That's going to be getting some headlines. Some money's flowing back into the market, and investors are getting confident again. Right now they're selling gold from this overbought position. And right now we're looking for where gold might be able to hit support. As we've seen, we have 4 days. We have this gap here. Most likely that gap will fill in at some point. Usually that's the rule of these gaps. But, you know, we hit an extremely high record overbought on the RSI. And it's never good to start buying in at these levels when you're far above the 200-day and the 50-day moving average. So now we've had this bearish MACD crossover. So we are going to probably see a few more days and weeks of back and forth and consolidation, probably till we hit either the 50-day moving average again, and hopefully we don't see what we saw back in March, a move back to 1650 gold. So it's about 1830 at the 50-day moving average. This is the GLD, but on gold it's about 1830 and about 1650 on the 200-day moving average. So that correction that many investors were waiting for, that has come. Right now for us, still the trend is an uptrend. It may have gone up a little bit too high, too fast. That's normal. That's correction. That's consolidation of bull market. And it gets out the marginal players that are trying, to catch these parabolic moves. So wait it out, see where this will turn. Right now, we're seeing that the selling is continuing and the profit taking is continuing. It's quite normal. I spoke to subscribers. It's quite normal when you break out into 10-year highs or all-time highs. There's going to be profit taking. Breakouts and profit taking come together, and that's why the handles are formed. And that's what we think that we're seeing right now with gold. What's interesting is that we're seeing the volatility in gold much more right now than in the GDX. The truth was the GDX was already beginning to correct before this recent sell-off in gold and the rise in margin call. And it's kind of correcting to that 50-day moving average, which is around 5250 right now, which is quite healthy in this bull market. You can see this uptrend. And we're going to be looking for that nice correction. And these corrections are quite healthy. Why? Because they make the next buy points. They make the next support zones secondary buy points for people to enter the trade. That's why they have these corrections that happen from time to time. So people can get in and investors can get in that haven't yet traded into the gold trade. So you're going to see that 50-day moving average around 5250. That should be support. If gold goes down to 1650, like we saw back in March, we think that maybe that 4250 area should provide support. We don't think that we're going to have another panic like we had in March unless maybe something happens with the election or another black swan event like we saw in February, March with the coronavirus beginning of the shutdowns. So don't be downhearted. Don't be discouraged. The GDXJ is still in a strong 45-degree uptrend. Even in some ways, never went parabolic like gold did. So I think that gold, the margin calls, it may have gone up way too high too fast. The best thing for gold right now is to consolidate and to correct and let the miners and the juniors catch up, which we believe is happening because you can see with many of our junior miners charts, they're going up and they look really bullish and we're hearing good news. And what's going to happen is you have to understand this is the summer doldrum season. What's going to happen is as investors return, they're going to see the average gold price and the 50-day moving average now at 1830. That's good for junior gold miners. When investors return, they're going to start buying more junior mining equities rather than be at the whim of the paper gold and silver market right now, which you can get margin redemptions and they can play tricks on. So the best thing for gold is to lay low here, consolidate, stay at these all-time highs for a couple of weeks, and let the miners catch up and let silver catch up. And silver is also doing a healthy consolidation after this recent major up move that went from $11 to $27. So the 50-day moving average is around $19 right now. So, we could still see a healthy correction and an uptrend to this $20 area. And so right now what I'm saying is that the precious metals right now are starting a little bit of a correction because it went up very high very fast, and the juniors are going to be the place to be because they're going to catch up. We just hope and gold and silver can just consolidate nicely here for the next few weeks as investors return, and let the silver and junior miners, the gold junior miners, really play catch up right now because they have not been near the overbought territory that bullion's been at. Taking a look at Roscan, which came out with drill results today, they hit over 6 grams of over 46 meters, which is excellent results. And because gold was flat today, unfortunately the timing, we saw that major run from the March lows, and when they had results before, you could see the major volume. But really in July and August, these junior miners have been hugging this 50-day moving average. And I believe when investors return, they're going to see, wow, these are real good, excellent high-grade results in fresh country rock. It's expanding this discovery. This is undervalued, and it's going to get re-rated. Even if gold stays at 1835, 1850, or 1800, that's a good price for a company like Roscan, which is making a new gold discovery right next to a major gold mine, the Fekola mine in Mali, that's operated by B2 Gold, that's going through a major mine expansion there. This is run by the chairman, Sam Jonah, who built Ashanti, and that became AngloGold Ashanti. So someone who really knows how to operate and acquire and take over companies and sell companies to majors. So stay tuned to this Roscan, which is hitting excellent results in Mali, right next to B2 Gold's Fekola mine. Another company that I mentioned over the weekend that I really like for silver in USA is Aztec Minerals, which is exploring the historic Tombstone Silver District, which is a silver district in Arizona where there's been historic silver production, high grade. The reason why I like it is because I followed Arizona mining a couple of years ago where Don Taylor made a huge silver discovery. It's only a few kilometers away, I think, to the southwest of Tombstone. And these guys are some of the best exploration geologists, Joey Wilkins, Bradford Cook. Brad Cook also runs a company, Endeavor Silver, which is a major silver producer. And they are starting to drill this historic Tombstone property. They just raised a bunch of money, and they're going right in there, and they're trying to do the same steps and process that Arizona Mining did, which is finding this historic silver district and seeing with modern exploration where they can find the potential mother lode. So I'm very excited with the drilling, and I recently participated, and I highlighted this to my subscribers. So stay tuned for more news with Aztec AZT going forward. I should also note that there's been a lot of interest in some of our silver stocks that we've highlighted recently. Metallic Minerals, MMG, They just major deal with Canaccord financing. They're drilling at the Keno Hill area. We also saw Eric Sprott come into Abra Plata and Nubian Resources. Remember a couple of weeks ago I highlighted a company called Nubian Resources. Investors were looking at them for their Fosterville project in Australia, but I also noticed they had a great Escalachi silver project right next to Buenaventura's Chiquibaca mine, which is a major mine in Peru. And Eric Sprott came in, and that's had a significant run as well. Another silver company that's just just had an IPO, that just made a deal this week with First Majestic, a company called Silver Dollar, SLV, on the Canadian Stock Exchange. That is an important deal because if you look at the Silvercrest was acquired by First Majestic, and they've had some great drilling on that property. Take a look at it, and also look at Discovery Metals, which had a big run. This Silver Dollar might be, a lot of people are saying it could look like another Discovery Metals, and I wouldn't be surprised if those guys that love silver stocks like Eric Sprott want to get involved in the next couple of weeks as they get this project and open up the potential on this project that really has been sort of ignored under First Majestic, but under Silvercrest a couple of years ago was hitting some great silver numbers. Outcrop Gold is also making a big silver discovery. They came out with news after the market today, continuing to hit high-grade silver. This has also gotten a major backing from Eric Sprott, and we're quite encouraged that they're continuing to hit these high-grade numbers. We'd like to see the intersections get thicker, but we believe that, as soon as you find the high grade, as you go deeper, usually in these systems, they get bigger, and they can swell. So they're going to be doing a lot of drilling. They have tons of money that they raised recently. So I believe that they're going to continue to hit and find high grade, but I'm also hoping that they find some bigger tonnage that will really get this project recognized by the major miners. You're going to take a look at this new position, Rock Ridge, which is exploring right between two major mines discoveries, the Probe mine, which is the Probe Borden mine, that's being built by Gold Corp, Newmont Gold Corp now, and which we followed for many years and became a great discovery. And we also followed GFG, which recently got an investment from Alamos Gold. So this area is becoming very hot in the Timmins area, and now this Rock Ridge is drilling right now, and very exciting program right between these two companies. They've hit some gold before and some high grade, and they're continuing up on it. So we're really excited by the program that they're just starting right now, and we hope to hear some good news. I think they hit, I don't know the number off my head, top of my head, but it was about 25 grams of 4 or 5 meters in the last round. Excuse me, it's 28 grams over 6 meters, 3,000 meter program right in infrastructure. So some really great prior results, and it's right in a hot area. So please put Rock Ridge Resources on your radar. And thank you for tuning in today from goldstocktrades.com. Please remember, I do have conflicts of interest in these positions. I do have business relationships in the mining sector with these companies, and I do have positions that I want these companies to go up higher and profit off of these for myself, my family, and for my subscribers, that they can learn and do well and prosper alongside with me. So thank you so much. This is an exciting time. I know I've gotten a lot of new subscribers because there's been so much transition in the global economy. Investors are looking into mining, and this is the time to to learn new skills, to learn new disciplines. Best way is to connect with people that eat, breathe, sleep, and live this business and love it and are passionate about teaching it. And I thank you for supporting goldstocktrades.com and my website and this service. And I'll keep you posted, hopefully, as this correction, corrections are healthy, and we're going up every day. It doesn't allow new money, generalist investors to come in. So this pullback is going to actually be really healthy for investors. And I think more Eric Sprots are going to come into this sector. More billionaires are going to start funding these companies to get started. But here's a list of a few companies, at least in this video. There's more, and we're going to be talking about more of the companies. There's a lot more, and you can't be in every one, but we try to find some of the great ones, and some of the ones that at least have a shot. And I thank you again, so grateful for all my subscribers and for all the companies that I've come across, and even I'm grateful for the losers and the losses in the sector, because you learn from them. And you got to stay positive if you want to stay here, and you got to in this game. And if you stay in the game, eventually you're going to hit it out of the park. Just stay in the game and be patient and strong, and don't let anyone tell you to give up on your dreams, because you are special and you can make a difference with you and yourself, your family, and your community. Thank you for tuning in today.